How we doing today, everybody? It's Watch Display here. Thank you for checking out this video. I have another review of a new acquisition into my collection, and I'd like to share it with you. Boom. So I have been looking at this model now for years, close to 2 years. And you'll notice that I recently had the Blue Z in the 5-digit. I also had it in 6-digit. And in the 5-digit, it was a bit soft. The center links on that reference dented fairly easy, and I realized that was not a good office watch for me. I see patients, and I get to moving fast, and I was kind of banging it up on certain areas, and it was still in excellent condition, but I think overall, for what I wanted to use it for, it wasn't going to work. So I got this model, and what led me to get this model even more was this is the newest reference, which I did not even know that it was updated, but you'll notice the crown in between the Swiss made. So this is the newest variant, the 126655, the 40mm everose YachtMaster on the Oyster Flex. So one of the new improvements on the 2, so instead of the 116655, the model I thought was the newest model while I first started searching, one of the newest things that it has the new movement with the longer power reserve, and it also has a new clasp. And at first glance, you'll look on their website, it says that it has a glidelock clasp. And if you were to compare this to the length on the Submariner clasp, you would say, wait, that's not a glidelock clasp. That's just like a easy link clasp. It's almost identical in length, maybe just a hair longer than the easy link clasp, but it is indeed a glidelock clasp. So you'll see that it disconnects, and it has actually the glidelock underneath there. So I think it's 10 to 15 millimeters. I can't remember exactly. But it's a substantial amount of change, way more, triple what you get with the Easy Link. Well, what does that mean? That means that you can get a better fitting now because these straps come in all different sizes. You'll notice this one is a EG on the long end, and this is an EE on the short end. So you base that on the circumference of your wrist, and your AD gets you this strap that's supposed to be the size that you are. So this one is a little big on me. I'm in the process of trying to get the EG changed out to the EF, because you'll see when it's lower on my wrist, it's a little loose. But when I do, and you'll see that gap there, but you'll see those are kind of reliefs. But when I push it up, it actually fits pretty good. And when my wrists swell, it fits pretty good. However, the glidelock is all the way in right now. So I can't really, my wrist will slightly get larger and it's already a little loose. I would prefer it a little tighter right now with the glidelock, because you can see the gap right there. I'd prefer this a little tighter. And I'm in the works of getting that switched out, because I got it from a source, but it was directly from the AD. But since I wasn't physically there, I had to give them measurements, and it didn't correlate exactly, because we all wear our bracelets and straps a little different. So tight, loose, but all in all, it fits. I can wear it. It's not an issue. It very rarely falls down. It's just a little looser than I'd like, because we can get a little bit more of a gap in there, and then I can utilize the glidelock. But why do I love this watch so much? For one, you'll notice in my old videos, I've had the 116622, which is the stainless steel variant with the blue dial, the red accents, and the platinum bezel. But the issue with that one was the platinum bezel. It wasn't very durable. It got scratches very easy, got blemishes on it, and this one is matte ceramic. And when do you get a Rolex sports model with a matte dial, gilt cornet, gilt Rolex logo, or Rolex writing, and then red YachtMaster, like red text? Like, you don't get that. And then on top of it, you get an Oyster Flex strap, and you get a glidelock. This watch is always kind of looked over, and I've always kind of loved it, but it didn't get much traction on the secondhand market. And you'll see the 116655s, the previous model without the glide lock and without the new movement, they've kind of been trending to the lower 20,000s, like 21, 22, and 23. This one's selling at or above retail. And I think people are starting to catch on and starting to like the rose gold. And you're going to be looking right now in this indoor lighting. If you're looking, you can get a little bit of warmth from the rose gold, but since there's a high amount of platinum in Rolex's everose, in certain lightings at first glance, it almost looks like a platinum watch. So when I'm in low light in the office setting, when I'm seeing patients, my office, I have the lights kind of dimmed down where I do notes or whatnot, and it honestly at first glance sometimes it looks like it's a platinum or a white gold watch. But once you get out in the sun or you kind of take a look away, you start getting that warmth, which is definitely kind of nice. It's a little bit more stealth versus like my solid gold day date 40, which is big, bold, and yellow. But it's an awesome watch. I'll give you more of a review once I get the strap that fits a little bit better, because it's hard for me to grade the Oyster Flex since it's a little loose right now. I would prefer these to be kind of bound down a little bit more. But you'll see this is much thinner than the sub. It's an excellent watch. Check me out on Instagram at Watch Display and stay tuned for the full review.